Hi, so yeah, we'll start looking at the E12 M535 South African lightweight. It's now up here to check it out, see what it needs, investigate it, and not necessarily a restoration, but more of a recommission. That's Peter's intention. So we'll have a look around it and see what we can see. So I've given the car a good wash, first wash in 30 years. And first impressions, it's come up quite nice. Obviously the bonnet and wings were painted after the crash in Spain, I think it was. There's a nasty scab there on the door. Lower down there's a couple of rust spots along the bottoms of the door. This door is by far the worst, lots of little rust spots. Looked like it started with stone chips, but I don't know, it's a little bit odd. And there was a little bit of damage on the sill there as well. And again, a few more rust spots as we go along. Wheels are okay. Tyres are surprisingly okay as well. Bumper's got a crack in it. It's obviously where it was hit on the front end, but we've got a replacement bumper. There's some blistering underneath the paint there on the bonnet. Same there. Obviously the window's broken. Again, that was from the accident in Spain. Roof's good. A couple of dents, shallow dents from where somebody's leaned on it, I think. Some evidence of some fade out spray. And this is the interesting bit. Some rust bubbling and micro blistering underneath the paint here. Around here as well. I think it's maybe had a quarter, if I'm honest. Quite a few bit of micro blistering under the paint there. And I want to look, I don't know if you can see that, but there's MIG welds here and here. So I'm going to say they're not factory. They're not factory to the European cars. I don't know whether the South African cars were different. Some rust on the inner arch, but other than that, surprisingly good. You can't see any evidence of the original spot welds or anything. Split there as well. And again, here should be a seam here. Looks like it's filled over. Again, you can see there's definitely something going on underneath the paintwork there. So we know it's had some touching up in the past in the back. You can see the different colour. Otherwise it's pretty solid. Spoiler's really good condition. Really good, no cracks, no dryness. Could do with a bit of recolouring and trying to get it back to black or something, but we'll have a look at that. Bumper's okay. Peter sort of polished half of it, so you know that looks okay. And this bit hasn't been done. But as with all BMWs this year, the chrome just isn't great. And then underneath, I've got some damage to the exhaust surround. Again, that'll all pull out nicely. Not too much trouble. Again, no seam there. Not sure about that. We'll see how that pans out. About there. Yeah, I think I can just see evidence of MIG welds underneath here and here again. So, unless that's a South African thing, we have had a quarter here as well. Again, I can't really see any evidence of spot welds around there. wheels okay. Worn. I mean, the silver coating on these wheels is very, very thin. I think they've been powder coated in the, you know, when they were new, and then a light flash of silver paint. So quite often you see them where it's worn through to the white, and that's definitely happening on that wheel. On this side's really good. The door's really nice. This door's better. Small spiders underneath the paint there. Bit of a crack that'll end up as a hole when I start digging at that. And again, we know the front end's been painted. It's a shame, it could almost just be driven the way it is. Actually, when you look at that wheel there, you can see, what I was talking about earlier, the silver paint's been rubbed through quite a few places. That's the worst wheel. It's not bad at all, but for original. But okay, so going into the interior. Old, nothing too much to worry about there. Insides of the doors look good, or inside of that door looks good. And then here we've got what look to be like E12 Recaros, but in a E28 cloth. I know they did, E28s did some early Recaros, so maybe this is those. The interior, as we know, for the the South African cars, was an E28 interior, and it's also got the E28 headliner check panel. No sunroof, as we know. E28 centre console. E28 door cards, manual windows. That could be a lightweight thing. That's an interesting little door pocket. I haven't seen one of them. I don't know, maybe somebody can tell me if that's a common sight on E28s. Looks quite nice. Now, this car's had air conditioning added afterwards. I think the intention is to take that out, return it back to original. Passenger seat is really good in fact. Driver's seat, not so good. Well, I'll take that back, it's really good apart from that bolster. Bit of wear on that one as well. Again, some old E12 M535 steering wheel. Aftermarket radio, dogleg gearbox, E28 centre console handbrakes around. Yeah, these are definitely like they're very similar to the E12 seats, if not identical. As I say, other than the material and the bolster should pull out as well. Yep. The thigh support. Doors shut really nice. Gaps are good. This door's sitting slightly proud here. Slightly inboard there. I think it's probably just an adjustment thing, if I'm honest. Again, inside, the door looks really nice. Nothing too untoward on the seams there. Sills are good. Again, E28 door card. Rear seats, Garfield. And the carpet as well is not the same as E12. It's definitely like an E28 material, which I suppose you would expect given the rest of the car's E28 interior. This is a one that Peter's got, a different rear shelf. Don't think this is going to fit because it's straight along this back edge, whereas on these seats it should be sculpted, but we'll have a look. And again, I think the material's not quite right. Headliners, pretty good actually. Again, door shut's nice. Gaps a little bit out there. It's parallel there, but it does look a bit big, I have to say. Inside of the boot lid looks okay. Slight damage there. Nothing that won't knock out. No, this looks a bit odd. So I don't remember seeing this before. It looks like there's a panel sitting on top of that. I thought that was one panel. Again, it might be something unique to the South African cars. A bit of investigation will discover all of that. Plastic liners as the E12s, but I'm not sure if you can see it there, but the carpet is definitely an E28 style boot carpet. Some space in the boot there. E12 cardboard covers there. Definitely a bit of a mix of E12 and E28. Just look at the tool. It's a smaller toolkit on these cars. Again, the E12 M535i had a bigger toolkit. This is the smaller one. Screwdriver's missing, and that should just be the grey screwdriver, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's electric window key, which it doesn't have, so it wouldn't have that. Build date of 1981, the cover there. And the colour is nice. So we'll just come back around this side again, just to have a overall look. Check on that door. And the gaps don't look too bad at all. Driver's door, as I've said, looks okay. Open that. See the aircon pipes, aftermarket aircon, as a must in South Africa. Again, I think the plan is to get those out. You can see the wear on the bolster. Door pan. Door cards are excellent condition. They really are good. Again, mould on the handle. And this glove pocket. Let's come away a little bit there. And the door. Oh, good and solid. Again, it's nice. Again, that door. It's good and solid. It's good. I mean, anybody who knows these E12s, the doors are one of the first things to go. So that's really good. It's one less thing to worry about. Again, it's not too bad. It's a bit proud there, so there's some adjustment needed there. So we'll pop the bonnet and have a look at the front end. The spring's nice, that's good. So we know the bonnet's had some damage from the accident. Looks a bit thick here. There's a lot of paint on there as well, it's crazed over time. Now, at first glance, these wings look okay, but I'm led to believe that they might be full of filler. Again, we'll have to investigate that. The inner wings don't look to be too bad. Front panel, radiator, engine. A nasty bit down there, had a bit of a repair in the past. Not quite sure what's happened there. Again, inner wings look solid. Again, some overspray on the sound deadening there on the foam. Again, we know that the front end being painted. Around from the other side. Exhaust manifold's off. Peter's busy getting that new one made. Plugs are out. Airflow meter's off, so the car won't run at the moment. The side of the front panel looks to be solid, other than this, again, this crazed and cracked paint. That's fairly prominent. I don't know whether it's just been so heavily applied or even if it's quite a rough texture as well. I'm not sure, it hasn't been stone chipped. Again, that might have been from the accident. Yeah, again, cracking and everything around there, just in the paint by the look of it. And again, this wing looks okay, but again, I think it might be full of filler. Great to see. Yeah, so the bonnet is definitely thicker there, so something's going on. There's filler in the bonnet as well. Okay. Nope. Broken bit there. Okay, so looking at the front end now, what you can just see is the grill's not in the centre of the bonnet, or the bonnet's not in the centre of the grill. Yeah, the way the headlight grills seem to drop down there as well, drop away there. Oh, it just doesn't look quite right. I'll have to investigate that a bit more. On the front spoiler, where it's been damaged, it's flexed. Oh, it's split there. It's actually split. There's lots of crazing in it, but it's actually split there as well. So I think we are going to have to replace it. The grills look okay, but I do know there's some issues with the screws not lining up properly. Again, that gap looks huge. Need to compare that against mine. Again, that's some broken there as well. Yeah, okay. So on the surface of it, looks really nice condition, survived well for 30 years in the garage. But, well, so the intention is to take the front end apart, just check the alignment of everything, see what we'll find. Okay, hopefully you'll join me on this journey, and if there's anything that anybody specifically wants to see, let me know. Otherwise I'll just try and log it as best as I can, and we'll see how it pans out. Okay, excellent, thank you. So now I've got the car in the garage. Just pulled it in now. I've just noticed the gap around the bonnet there is smaller here and then gets bigger as it goes around. But on the other side, have a look. It's just big, massive. It comes out here. But yeah, definitely something untoward there. The way the bonnet sits over the wing as well doesn't really follow it round there. So the wing sticks out there, so the bonnet's inset. On this side it follows it fairly well, except on the front here the wing continues past. Oh, I need to check my car, which isn't here at the moment, and see what that's supposed to look like. Okay, so here's where it's going to live for the next few months. We'll start taking it apart, investigating it, see what we can see.